And we are back. Junior has turned into a chair, so now I am Junior. So now we will come up with a real plan. We'll rewrite the entire plan while Junior's got. I'm joking. It's a good plan. I like the plan. Okay, so stage one of the plan. I guess we'll start with Dorhim approaching his contact. So who are you going to, bub?
Innkeeper.
Yeah, I love Innkeep. He's become one of my favorite NPCs. That showed up like 3 times. Cool. So you'll make your way to the Lion's Leg. First things first, as you guys are all like walking through the streets of Woodhurst, the number of guards, like just milling around street corners, like stalls, shops, like these sort of like populated areas, it's tripled. Like, maybe the whole sending a message thing, has caused this. Like, you don't really like that's the only kind of link you can make logically, but for sure, stuff seems to have, kind of shit has hit the fan here, and they are reacting appropriately.
Okay.
So,
more guards.
Yeah, like triple the number.
Yeah.
I have an idea to increase this plan.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we get the guards to go in after Slip. We then get our group to go in after the guards, and then we just sit and wait for Slip in the back while they have their fun.
So it's like what you're saying is like you replace the pleb group with guards.
Yeah, and then the pleb group turns into the guard killing group.
So you mean we make it look like we've acquired this legally, basically? Just like, oh, these guys are behind the drug trade. We should totally storm the base.
No, I was just saying it's a great way to get rid of a ton of guards. It's just to let them all go in and then just basically shut the door behind them and burn the place down.
Yeah. Like, wait, when did the fire come into this plan?
I mean, I thought we were going to try and keep this place,
I don't know.
The value of this place
or other maybe archers or something at the door and just, filter them out. Like, say, trap them in a bottleneck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's really not a bad plan at all. It works.
Okay.
The thing that you'll need, like, so the one step that you'll need for that, like the extra step that this will add, is guards won't just go in.
Exactly.
A big figure like this, like a big name like Slip, it's not going to be the sort of person who is unknown. The Woodhurst guard will know who she is.
Would they be working for her?
Right. Again, like, you don't know how the current current crime situation works, but it's always a possibility. And Dorhim, you're especially aware of that because you know that, like a while ago when you approached Innkeep about something, he told you that he had someone in the guard.
Okay.
So it is perfectly plausible that they could have this, that she could have the same. You know that it's possible to buy into this. Now, the other situation is for you to get guards sent in. You're going to need some sort of like probable cause kind of thing. You're not just going to go, Slip did a bad thing and she lives in there. The guard are going to be like, yeah, we know she's a crime boss. She lives in there, but she keeps like barely scraping by with the actual law side of things. You would need to find complete evidence that she is breaking the law and bring evidence to them to get them to go in.
Okay. See, my issue with this plan is that it doesn't end in us getting ownership of this place.
It will mean that the place becomes legal, like, to buy, but
how the hell are we going to buy it?
Yeah, that is the biggest issue.
We need, we don't really have enough money for one building, so that's the problem with that. I think it's
for sure, this building will definitely make more income than you're in.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, but enough to pay for itself straight away. Probably not.
Probably not.
We can't just
Depends on how generous I'm feeling.
We can't really get credit on a whole building.
No. But yeah. What? Do we want to keep talking about the plan, or do we want to go to the Innkeep?
I don't know the plan. So the plan currently is still to get the goons go to place.
Yeah, I think that this whole guard thing is a really good idea if you can get evidence. if you could find someone who could say, I was about to say an eyewitness like Elizabeth, but
Wait.
like if you could find like someone, an eyewitness won't be enough. You know, you'll need something to tie crime to Slip's place.
What if we just like killed a bunch of guards and put them in there? Like if we find the secret passage, we could put the guards in there for the things to find. I don't know, something like that. I hadn't thought it through entirely.
Like, they're keeping dead guards in there. It links into their pub. Like, I like how like hiding something in the secret tunnel is a good idea. Why does it have to be dead guards? Like, it could be
I was
anything.
thinking we could get in the guards that way.
Again, like getting the guards in doesn't help us massively, apart from just getting this person killed. Yeah, but we don't get the property.
Mhm.
Right, that's the problem. That's
Yeah.
kind of what we're after. That's the point of doing this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do this just to get revenge for Craig. That's not me.
What about if we went for a different target in terms of the money? Like, if we knew that the guards were guarding something like a bank, we set off the thing at Craig's place. We then kill the person. We leave. We go to the bank. We take the money, and we then use that to purchase whatever we want.
Pretty sure they won't leave a bank entirely unguarded.
Depends how much of thing we can get.
No.
happening.
It like if they were taking guards, they'd take them from like the marketplace, you know, stalls rather than big buildings, you know.
There's a difference between guards and like a fucking hit squad.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Like if you sent in a hit squad, they would just go in like and beat shit at the bouncers. If the guards went in, they would go in and like try to detain. You know, they tell the bouncers to put their weapons down. They wouldn't fight unless they got fought. It would be more of a distraction than your hit squad plan.
I'm not sure that there's any way we can twist this to get the building.
Cool.
But I don't know.
So you want to drop the like?
I don't know.
Cool. Well, like, I had something I was going to get right. That's what I was going to say. So let's like, as I am Junior while Craig is AFK. Junior remembers something because Craig wouldn't remember because this is my story. So, when he was in like Junior's like, when I was in there, you know, Slip has a lawyer. Like, Slip has someone who is in charge of all of her legalities.
And if we kill this person as quickly as possible, we won't go down Luke's law storyline.
Just someone call the ogre.
Oh god, where's the ogre?
But yeah. But no, like if there's a legal document that like has anything to do with the ownership of this building, he's the one who has it, and he's the one who could do something with it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I think the best because right.
So we need.
Whoever
I was
wants
just
to
going
go.
to say we need the location of two things. We need the location of the secret passage. We need the location of the lawyer, and we need, I don't know, general information about what she's doing.
And drugs.
Yeah.
So I don't think turning her over to the guards is going to work. I think just storm the gates. You can smash as many heads as you like. And then you can maybe smash the lawyer, and we don't know yet. We'll figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having a lawyer as our friend might not be a bad idea. But you're still going to be defending criminals, but you won't be defending slavers.
Bad criminals.
Yeah, we're not the worst.
We only kill children. Cool. Yeah. So that like we've refined the plan a bit. Then that's cool. That all works for me. So let's jump to Dorhim and Keep. When you enter the building, and Keep's kind of like, you've been getting my letters.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So you guys just here for pleasure, or something I can help you with?
Well, there are a couple of things. First, how well do you know Slip?
He just looks and he's like, why? What's going on here?
We just have some business with her. We
If
want
you
to know a
have
little bit more.
business with Slip, I'd ask you to leave.
Okay.
Like
By business,
when you
I mean
Slip,
it's
like you know,
we
he
have a
was
job involving her, but not directly with her knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm So, like, at this point, like, you know, when you start talking to him, he's just like cleaning a glass with a rag. And when you started mentioning Slip, he stopped. And
Mhm.
when you mentioned you had a job with him, he put everything down. And when you said that, he's just like, he whistles and like points to the guys. He says, "We're closed. Get out." Not to you, to everyone around you.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man. Like, so yeah. Jacques and Dorhim. Sorry, Jacques and Blight. Are you guys like gonna chime in here? Or are you guys just gonna watch like Dorhim's just like, let's give away the entire thing?
I'm sort of like give him a little like, like pop a hand on his shoulders, be like chill, not
Mhm.
put all the cards on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Once like the bar is like people like get like they're like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like noon. People are in for like, you know, a lunch, a drink, and stuff like that, and they're all suddenly being like shooed out of a pub. You know, they're all like something. What the fuck's going on here? A guard, even like a guard who was not so much stationed in the pub, but on a lunch break maybe. He comes up to this scene. He's like, "Is everything all right here?" The innkeeper's like, "Yes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I have business that I have to attend to. It's most pressing issue." He comes up with some story about his mother being ill, and the guard's like, "Oh, of course," and walks out. But like after like 2 or 3 minutes, the inn is completely emptied except for you guys and innkeeper and a couple of other people. Um, you know, there's a couple people sitting at the tables, and now they're definitely all like they're all looking up at you.
Okay,
They're all like just watching the situation.
that's great. Good day. Okay, cool.
They're like, yeah, they're with us. And that of course probably means that they are of the Order of the Stars, the
Yeah.
crime group that works out of this pub. You're all aware of that situation. So
Yeah.
he's like, so what are you guys getting into bed with Slip?
No, we're getting into bed with Spice.
Have you seen her?
When you say that, he's like, oh yeah. Oh. I've seen it all. And he shudders. He's like, oh.
I was gonna be like,
Just like pour him a drink. His
yeah,
own bar.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, Vice is a dangerous game. It's not, and you can't really muscle in on that territory. She has the control of the whole thing.
Yeah, but what if she didn't? What would
What
that
are
be
you
worth
talking
to
about?
you?
Worth nothing to me, mate. But he kind of stops. He's thinking, he's like, could be worth something to someone.
To have a contact that isn't her, who controls the entire spice trade.
The entire spice trade.
Well, at least her percentage of it.
That is the entire spice trade.
Well, yeah, that would work.
Like, there's no way you can. Like, he's starting to dawn on what's going on here. Like, there's no way that you could have that without being affiliated with her, without her being alive. You know, she'd be deed if you were taking the whole thing. It's pretty obvious to him. He is sort of like stopping. Like, there's murmurs between the people who are still in the room, and he kind of like he's like, how he's like. The innkeeper's obviously shaken. He's a messenger. He's not really part of this. You know, he's a well-informed person. He's not really affiliated with the gangs, but he is like, you know, he's in the pocket of these guys. He's like, I'll wait here. Just you all need to wait here. And he clicks his fingers and you know, he pours you all a drink. He pours you whatever the last thing you all ordered in this pub was, because he's got a pretty good memory for these sort of things. And he clicks his fingers at a couple of the guys sitting in the chairs, and he whispers in their ears, and they run out the building. So is there anything you want to talk to him about while, you know, you're waiting, or to sit and wait?
I guess just wait. Sorry, I've got a couple of things going on, so I've been half distracted.
No problem. I saw you make a smiley face in one of our Facebook chats, so
It wasn't that.
I know.
Coincidental.
I could ask him whether he knows Slip's lawyer.
Okay, that's a fair thing. Give me a second. I'm gonna I wouldn't know.
Or like we'd ask him general info about spice trade and then that as well. Just try and get info off of him while he.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do a generic D20 check to see if he does know the lawyer. So he's like, Slip knows people. Slip knows, she has a lot of people under employ.
Do you know somebody who might know somebody?
Yeah, Slip. Listen.
Yeah, but somebody else.
He's like, you're gonna have to go to Slip's people for that. Get an insider. We don't deal with her, and she doesn't deal with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So
then we'd ask, does anybody in town know how she gets all the spice into town?
She's kind of like, again, Slip's people. We've been trying to find out how she gets that fucking stuff in here for days. Days for years. For days. Shit, she's been doing this for 2 whole days. We gotta catch her. She's got the whole spice trade for 2 days. It's a big industry.
Oh yeah.
It's worth literally hundreds of gold.
It's worth literally silver. Cool.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything.
It seems like a lot of what's there's a real rip between these two things. Slip is pretty much the last of the old crime in Woodhurst. So the new crime in Woodhurst probably doesn't want to deal with her all that much. So you've got this kind of situation.
Okay, so basically these guys just they don't want to get on her bad side so much. They don't want to get into any sort of dealings with her at all because it's kind of.
Well, she's a known slaver and slave trader and sex slave. She sells sex slaves. There are rumors of her doing it with children and stuff. She is a really nasty piece of work.
Yeah. They don't want her here, but they're not exactly gonna go and mess with her, are they? That's the thing about it.
She has enough sway in this town that doing that is gonna turn some heads.
Okay. Yeah, but at the same time, people don't like her, so we can, not do bad by getting her out of the way. I guess we should just again, I don't know how much we can trust these guys to just say, oh, we're gonna go murder her. Lol.
Well, Dorhim's already kind of suggested that for sure.
Half done it, yeah.
Yeah. It's it's like saying, we're going to go hunt down 2 + 2, and someone saying they're gonna go hunt down 4. He came in and said, we're gonna take the entire spice trade. He's back because his light just went on.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should just.
That's so bright.
How's the plan going?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask how their gang is doing these days, basically.
Okay. Not Slip. Don't worry. So Innkeep kind of leans over and he's like, we're doing well. Things are going pretty well, but there seems to be some new kids on the block with he smiles quite slyly. He's like, they killed a captain of the guard, carved this nice little picture in his back, hung him in the town square.
We're all just wearing jumpers that have that on the chest.
It has triple the guard presence. You're just walking around with that symbol.
Yeah, it's like bowling jackets. No, we're not.
When they ask, it's like, no, the one on his back was obviously a coin. This is a bowling ball. Can't you tell? It's just on fire because we throw them so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll. Damn it! I'm not sure what we're going to do with this one. I'm not sure what use we're going to get out of them at the moment.
So should we fast forward from Innkeep then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you make polite chat with Inkeep, but the entire situation is it's very kind of tense. You know, you guys have talked with Inkeep before, and he's always been quite accommodating, quite nice. Although he's always had this kind of, you know, I am so affiliated with the mafia kind of sense to him.
Yes.
You know that
like, is this who? Are we talking to who I think we're talking to?
Inkeep in the Lion's Leg.
Yeah.
It's the source that Dorhim was talking about.
Secret contact.
Secret contact. So secret. You all know him. So after a while, or like after a few minutes, you know, he like the door to the inn kind of opens up, and like when the doors are open, you can all see into the streets, like outside. The guards that were milling around, the 3 times the number of guards, they've all vanished.
Oh.
And in through the door walks someone that we've seen once before in this little campaign of ours, but haven't seen since, and it's the Fat Santa. He was like in the very first session that we did.
Oh God.
You guys brought a lockbox into Woodhurst from Odette to these guys.
Oh yeah.
And you guys refused to accept the amount of money that you guys got, and ordered that you talk to a higher up, and this is the guy you spoke to.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
He was a dwarven, he's a dwarven man with, like, a really kind of, he's a plump dwarven man, like, dressed in kind of, like, red robes with, like, white hair, like, a white ponytail tied back and a white beard.
Yeah.
He's got, like, rosy cheeks. He looks like a nice man. When you saw him, he had, like, this, like, kind of smile on his face. Today, none of it. Like, he walks in with, like, a cane, you know, like, an old, like, hooked cane. He walks in, and, like, he is just, like, glaring at the 4 of you. Like,
I don't know what I did.
So, you've come to this inn to talk to Innkeep about, you know, hiring this is for your decoy group.
Yeah.
And pretty much what happened was Dorhim came in and said, we're going to try to take over the entirety of the spice trade.
That's a good thing.
While not being affiliated with Slip, which means that Innkeep has pretty much put one and one together to realize that you guys are planning to assassinate Slip.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yes?
Yeah.
You've just frozen. Not
My
as bad a
camera
frozen.
You know, I said my camera was dying.
Yeah.
I think it might be dead.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've frozen before, and it was not like this frozen face is much better than the last time. But yeah, that's the situation. And also, just to catch Junior up quick, an extra little part to the plan has been added, which is that the lawyer. There was a Slip had a lawyer that you saw last week. He was the one that held your sister's contract and went to dig it out, stuff like that. So deeds to the building and stuff like that very well might be tied into the lawyer. So he's an extra kind of subclause, you know. He's the side quest to the quest.
Okay.
Cool. So
he's like in the Assassin's Creed quest, he's like the 100% sync guy.
I'll pretend I like those games. So this like kind of fat man wobbles in. It's like, you guys are causing trouble. I don't like it.
Just asking what he means by that.
He's like, when you say that, he walks right up to you, and he stands like a few feet away from you, and he puts his cane on your foot, and he's obviously putting pressure on it. He's not putting enough that it's sore, but he is like, he has this, you know, he has his wooden cane on your foot, and he is putting a decent amount on it. He's like, just cut the crap.
We should know by now not to trust fat people.
Is that? Did you say that in character or out of character, Craig?
A bit of both. I'm just talking by experience. Every time there's a fat person in this game, they turn out to be.
He is going to take his cane and crack it across your jaw.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it in game. That was my mistake.
Yeah, correct answer, Craig.
Sorry.
You just asked him, did you mean in
No,
character?
I know. I'm. That's part of me being tired. I'm sorry.
Good.
I thought you meant, did I mean it in game rather than did I say it? That's why I got confused.
Yeah, don't worry, Craig. I'll let you get this free pass. Next time, I'm not being so generous.
Everybody gets one.
Yes, once per game, you get to say one dumb thing, and if the GM says, "Did you mean that in character?" and you say, "Yeah, sure."
That sounds fun.
But yeah, so he's putting pressure on your foot, Tom, and he's like, "Cut the crap. You come in here asking questions about Slip. You make it sound like you're going to take the trade from Slip. I need you to be 100% transparent with me. Am I clear, boy?"
I'm just gonna kind of like, not like in a way that's gonna like cause any upset, but kind of like show a bit of discomfort at it being right from my face.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of like, sort of like clear my throat a bit. That's all.
You're on my foot, boy.
No, not at all.
Not saying that, but like
Just
that's kind of what.
No, just sort of like not. I'm not ignoring the fact that he's like trying to make a statement. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just more like acknowledging it.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of like, we don't like the way she does business. And it doesn't seem that many other people around here do either.
Slip's done Slip for years. Like, we keep it out of her way, and she keeps out of ours. It's a good arrangement. Why should we go screwing that up now? Why should we let you screw this up?
Just out of character quickly, this guy's like in charge of this innkeeper's group, yeah?
You don't know, but he is definitely a big cheese.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask, like, am I right in thinking that you're in charge of the
Order of the Stars.
Order of the Stars.
Like, he just doesn't answer. He keeps pushing pressure. He's like, why do you have a problem with the way Slip runs things?
I'll like, I'll rattle off the sort of like, dealing in like child prostitution and stuff like that, and just sort of like puts a bit of a bad front on for more legitimate businessmen.
Yeah. So give me a diplomacy check here,
Aye.
or give me a bluff check, because you are leaving a fair bit of information out here with the fact that you do have a personal like conflict with Slip, even though it's not yours. You are leaving out this fact that Slip has recently maimed Junior Sister, which is a reasonable thing to leave out. And I want to he is trying to pry for information here. So
yeah, I don't care too much if he knows that. I'll tell him if I have to, but like, no point. I don't get anything from him.
Okay, so he actually passed that. Like, yeah, he had crit passed. So
fair.
He like this cane has like really like he is really like pushing, like he's got like most of his weight on it now. He's not holding the top, he's holding like the main body of it.
Okay.
And like pushing it down onto your foot, it's starting to like really hurt, and he's just like,
yeah,
what problems do you have with Slip? That wasn't a GM roll. It said it was a GM roll. Wow, okay.
Wait, what was it?
I rolled twice. I must have hit up because it doesn't do GM rolls. Yeah, that just happened. I rolled it twice. I'm not cheating. I'm a good boy. Cross my heart.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled it twice. It was D20 plus 6, but I got 26 and then 15.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't see the 26. That's the thing. I only see the 15. That's why I didn't
yeah,
say anything.
that's because I rolled one as GM roll.
Oh, and then you rolled one as separate.
Yeah. I have the ability to make invisible rolls.
Which is fair enough as a GM.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. He has 6 diplomacy. Yeah. So he is like, what problems do you have with Slip? Slip has run things the way Slip has run things for years. What has she done?
Right, in this case, I'll look at Junior and just be like sort of, I don't know, I'm sort of like, look at him like, do we tell this guy that you've got a stake in this, basically?
I don't think so.
I think I would jump in. and say that I would say that she has lost her contact with the ship that she used to bring in all her spice in on, and we would quite like that contact, and we have some of our own as well, and we would prefer if they stayed alive.
Okay, so like he
So I'm
kind of
trying to phrase it that he sent people off to kill him as well as the guard.
Yeah. You're trying to frame it more about not so much like wanting to slip out, but more wanting you've got your way in and you want to make it certain.
But we're part of the I'm putting it into the I'm trying to bluff that we're part of the distribution network. And
so again, I'm gonna need to do a bluff check here because like there are some kind of holes in it. Like
okay. Yeah.
Okay. So slash there we go. That one should be invisible. Brilliant. Why am I making him invisible? You know what the role is. He alleviates the pressure on Tom's foot, and he comes over to you, and he's like, "Here's what I don't like. Every story you're telling me here has holes in it. If you guys were just interested in getting into the business, why do you need her out? And why are you coming to us instead of the person who has the entire spice trade in Woodhurst?" You are like, he is obviously pissed now, right?
I think I would try and rise up to a large height and be like, "We're coming to you because we trust you. We've got other business with you. You can ask around, and we believe that you would be we would both benefit from this."
Yeah. So when you say we have other business with you, he like stops you and he looks up to Inkeep. He's like, "Is this true?" Inkeep's like, this is the Mr. Black Boy. He got us the diary and everything." And at this point, like Evil Santa's kind of like, "Oh," kind of steps back a little bit. It's like, "So you have a way in? You're bringing it to us? Is that what you're trying to say?"
Yeah.
So why didn't he say it? And he looks at Jacques. Like,
oh, he's actually asking me, not Dorhim.
well, no, he's asking like you as a group. He's saying, Dorhim just come up to he came to you saying, "Why do you want to know?" And you were like, "We're leaving something out." Dorhim comes up and says, "We have a perfectly legitimate reason. We just want to work with you." And there's obviously
that's part of the conversation. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, there's obviously some sort of like disconnect here that he's cottoned onto. If you just wanted to work with them, you would have come in and said, "We want to work with you in the spice trade."
Okay, I got a message about something important halfway through it.
Sorry.
I lost my fucking place in the story. It's my bad.
No problem. You caught up?
Yeah. I think I'm a bit more clued in now. So, I don't know why. Well, for a while I was just like, "Why are we here? I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was checked out of an important bit. Sorry.
No problem.
So I'm basically just gonna say look, put it this way. Either you have no control over the spice trade and a member of the crime circle that is questionable, to say the least, or
questionably,
to say the least, or you help pass the trade on to somebody more reputable and more cooperative.
He's like, he just looks at you and says, "I understand that. That's an appealing offer to me. But you know what I don't like? I don't like employees that lie to me. I don't like not knowing things. And if you're not willing to reveal, I'm not willing to work. Good day," says. And he just takes his cane and he starts to limp out the building.
Okay. I guess, I don't know. I could try and call him back, but I don't know what I'd get from this at this point.
I don't really see what we can do with him. I feel like we lost our chance. Even if we said something he'd like, he'd still turn around and be like, "Well, you lied to me." Like, it seems like that type of thing.
At the point, you haven't lied to him yet. Everything you've said, well, Dorhim did, but not so badly. But you have like Dorhim told like a half truth. You haven't lied to him. It's not so much you're lying, but he's recognizing that something doesn't connect here, and he doesn't like it. Like, it's
Okay.
Should we just
I'm
tell
just
him?
gonna call him. Yeah, I'm gonna call him back. Screw it. Only cost at this point.
like. Well, one second.
Right.
What do you shout out? Because you don't know his name.
I'm just gonna be like, hold on, just sort of like in a resigned way.
Like, he doesn't stop,
give-
but he's limping a little slower. You think?
I'm kind of like, okay, you're right. There's a personal stake as well.
He's like he kind of like he like
That's got something to do with
whacks
release.
the cane on the ground and turns. He's like, don't you lie to me.
We're not lying.
I'm gonna look at Judy and
Which is
give
the
like an
first thing
apology.
I've said. So
It is. He
I'm
kinda looks-
gonna like look at Judy and give an apologetic sigh and sort of motion like,
it's fine. It's fine. There is a personal stake involved.
What's going on here?
Vengeance.
Yes, I understand that. I get personal.
Yes.
I can take personal things. You want to kill the bitch and vengeance. That makes sense. What happened? Tell me now.
She mutilated my sister by
You're.
taking her eyes.
Oh, it's like. Oh, you're that one, eh?
I am that one, yes.
So you're the lot that killed the captain, not the guard, the ship captain. They obviously don't know about the guard, but they know about
yeah.
that. Just as you will probably
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
that part out.
Yeah, I can imagine her turn around and bitching about that. Anyway.
He's like, you. Not so much bitching. Like, he's like, she's been bragging about the way she took those eyes. It's like, she kept saying the look on your face. Oh, such a bitch. Interesting. What do you need from us? What do you want from us?
I'll say she doesn't seem to have much of a presence of guards from what we've seen at the brothel. But if you have any more information on that, or perhaps a few extra hands you could lend us, then we wouldn't forget it for sure.
What do we gain from this? I get she disappears, but you are said to make all the money from this. What do we get?
Yep. So I'll be like, just like, if it means anything, I guess I'll be having like my stare on this guy as we're kind of negotiating.
Yeah, it does
So I'll
work.
have a bit of a willpower debuff for whatever
Mhm.
purposes that will give me. But basically, just going to point out, like, well, for starters, like I said, you'll have somebody more cooperative in the trade if you need to get hands on materials or need a trusted and reliable smuggling route. Then
Wait, you know the smugglers? You know how she gets stuff in and out.
we're close.
Close isn't good enough.
But when
no,
it-
which
He's
point
still
am I-
listening, but he's just like he's kind of dismissing when you're saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we know everything about how she smuggles stuff. We'll be able to do that for you."
No, I am more like I'll correct myself there, just saying like once we have the building, we'll know it. At the moment, we have an agent with a certain set of skills working their way in there.
Like one of the girls.
Huh?
One of the girls. Oh,
Technically, it's not alive. I'd say yes, she is a girl.
like he's like, which one?
Damn it, you
he thinks you
put
mean
a spanner in my works.
Like, yeah, you know this guy who's like, I think you're lying to me, so I'm not gonna work with you. What's the best thing you could do there? I know. Let's tell some lies to him.
Sherry. Look,
Oh shit!
Sherry.
Well played. Give me
Yeah.
like. He's like,
That's
"Sherry,
fair.
Thank you for writing that down, by the way, because I didn't.
I didn't write it down, I remembered it.
I was nice to her.
I'm proud of you. This is the one thing you remember. Last week,
I like how I was almost nice to her. Craig's actually remembered the name.
yeah,
Yeah.
of last week where everything went wrong because you kept forgetting little details and stuff like that.
I
This is
remember
the one
little
thing you
list.
remember. The one thing the GM doesn't. Oh man. He's like, Sherry. Oh,
I'm proud of myself.
I've had her. Just
I'll give him like an
oh. He's like,
oh.
good lay. Yeah, okay, so she's on your side, eh? And she's working on finding out the smuggling route.
She is, yes.
How? Our girl in there, we've had a girl in there for a year and a half now, and she's got no closer. What makes your girl different?
Well, Jacques.
But he's like, what makes your girl different? She's like, oh, we can tell you that. Right, Jack?
I'll just be like, she has a history.
You see him like he starts tapping his cane on the ground. He's like, elaborate.
God damn it. How old is this guy? You say he's like Santa, right?
Yeah, he's quite he's a dwarf, so they're obvious. They
Okay,
get to
but I didn't recognize him, did I? When we first met.
No,
Yeah.
no. If he was a player when you were around, you didn't meet him.
That's fine. I'll say like she used to run with an old gang in the city.
Which?
And I'll sort of like look around like.
You can pick any.
Everyone in the city is good.
There's Astral League, there's Killers, there's any.
Yeah, but Astral League's one that I would go for. I guess I can make a story up for her so she knows about it. So
yeah.
I was like, did you hear of the Astral League?
He looks and goes, I don't like. He's like, are you seriously asking us that? We named ourselves after them. They're all dead. Astral League, Order of Stars. It was pretty obvious.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah,
It's uncreative. You never know.
Tom, he might just naturally like you because you're part of that order.
He looks at you and goes, they're all dead or in jail.
Okay. That's interesting. It's like all of the main body were, yeah, but there's a few stragglers out there.
Prove it.
I don't have any sort of. I wish I had a tattoo or something.
I asked at the beginning of the during character creation if you had gang tattoos and stuff. You said no.
Nah, we wouldn't do. That's the thing.
You could always just try name dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, I'll just say. It's like I was pretty close to some of to the founding members.
He's like,
John
you see him furrow his eyebrow at that point because he's like, it's a real disbelief,
Yeah.
We say, oh, I know the founding members,
So I'll drop the names like John Gilch, Millicent Terracloth. Do I have to show my birth certificate? So I'm related. Jeez.
You could have just dropped your own name, honestly. I know, but
I'm scared of that sometimes. I've used so many aliases now. I'll extend a hand there at that point and just like Jack Terracloth.
Like the Terracloth lad. Oh, you see, it's pennies drop, the cogs kind of start to fit in his head, and you see him really start to think through. He's like, Gilraim, is that you?
I don't know.
He's like, maybe. As you're shaking his hand.
He
never took the hand, by the way.
He didn't take the hand.
No.
I'll just be like, you see why I feel a need to be secretive.
It's like, I understand.
My hand's still there.
Yeah, he is not touching. He's meeting your eye now. Previously, he's kind of looked around you, or he's only been glaring at you when he's obviously been trying to intimidate. Now he just seems to be meeting your eye.
Okay, so I'll just be like, we're looking to get back in the game, make up for the. I was going to say, I guess I'm going to laugh when I say make up for the injustices that happened 17 years ago.
He's like, you never answered my question, lad. Gilraim, was it you? Yes or no?
There's not much if I don't think I'm going to get anywhere by lying at this point.
Well, you've been caught on both of your lies. You could try to lie. But...
Yeah, to be fair, even if it does turn out that, then he can't prove that we did it. So, I'll just be like I said, we're looking to make a name ourselves. I'll just give him a nod, you know.
He's like,
This
is all I needed. This is all I needed from you. So he kind of like, at this point, he takes a step back and he kind of like gestures to one of the tables.
Yeah.
He still didn't shake your hand, but like he's saying like, take a seat and keep. Guess there's a few drinks. Dorhim has that.
Seems communicated at least. Oh,
Dorhim, are you still here, or did your camera just switch off?
Oh no!
And oh my god, he's back.
It faded back in as well.
Did you change your camera or something?
No, I just
turn it back on again. Cool.
It's darker now.
Yeah, turn your lamp on. he like we were on Discord earlier this week. He was just like, "I'm not gonna be so dark on the thingy anymore. I got a desk lamp."
I just use the natural light, the monitors.
That's what I used.
I'll think.
I'm in heaven right now.
I'm in hell. I'll thank him for the gesture and then take a seat and motion for my friends here to do the same.
Yeah,
I'll do the same, taking a seat next to Jacques.
Yeah, like it's very much like your side of the table, his side of the table thing. You know, a couple of his goons sit down next to him, and you know, it's like a rectangular table. Barkeep comes over with a tray of drinks. There's not a word spoken until everything is on the table, and like when you guys sat at the bar, like waiting for this guy to appear, you guys were served drinks that were, you know, he personalized your drinks to you guys. He remembered what you last ordered and gave you one of those.
Oh yeah.
This time it's not that at all. Like the boss orders something, and like 7 of those are placed on the table. It's like a thimble of like some sort of like whiskey kind of stuff.
All right.
It's magic whiskey.
Shots.
Yeah, each of you has been served a shot of something.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up, Junior?
It doesn't matter. I can't use a skill if I don't have it, can I?
Depends on the skill. On the
I was going to say, could I try and make an appraise check on it?
Like some of the skills have a star next to them. If it has the star next to them, you can't use it untrained. I think it's star. Anyway.
Okay, I can't use it then.
Star means you can use it.
Oh, star means you can use it. My apologies.
That makes more sense. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Junior. So Tom. First of all, what are you sensing here? What are you trying to do with that sense motive check?
Is he poisoning me?
You saw like the innkeep, like, you know, take from the same bottle. Innkeep would have to be incredibly trained to pull that off. You would recognize that. But like, first of all, this innkeep is probably very strange. So there's always that risk. But from the position you're in, this is not the sort of thing like, you know, you saw him try to walk out on you.
Yeah.
And right now he doesn't really seem to have a reason to want to murder you.
Yeah. I don't know his hidden agenda, so I don't know his life.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be like, he seems to be not warming up to you, but he seems to be willing to hear you out now.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Your praise check, was that on just the quality of the booze?
Yeah.
It was to see if it was booze or not.
It's booze. You can smell
it. It is booze. Okay.
I
was wondering. It was kind of the same type of. Well, I wasn't so much trying to see if it's poison, but more something like a serum or.
That wouldn't be on appraise. Appraise is for value.
Yeah, like I'd say that's why it looked like telling you if it's a good drink, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from that roll, you can probably tell that it is like high quality.
Yeah.
Like you are untrained in it, so like you maybe you wouldn't be able to go like if you were trained in it and it was like you'd be able to like go it's this, you know, you'd be able to recognize it. What you can see here, better than the shit you serve.
But
I mean, like, no, this is highly expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, he sits you down and says, "Okay, you need men from us. Is that all you need? Is that why you came to us?"
And the location of the lawyer. Slip's lawyer.
This lawyer. The gnome?
Well, that's useful. We don't know who he was before.
Um,
Also,
we
the
did
gnome.
see him.
I did.
We did.
I'd seen him, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess obviously it's one thing for us to clear the joint out and get Slip out of the way, but actually taking the building without too many questions is quite another.
What do you mean by take the building?
Again, if we're gonna make a move on this trade and split the resources in the end, then we're gonna need somewhere to set up. We're gonna need the resources.
He kind of
We're
like
gonna need
taps
that
his
smuggling-
finger on the
we're
table.
gonna
He's
need
like,
that smuggling route.
"You want the fearsome dreamer?" That's the name of the brothel.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Well, yes, basically.
So, let me get this straight. You get our men. You get information from us that we would usually charge for, of course. You would get prime real estate in Woodhurst, and we get the ability to get a drug we don't need.
No, I also, they'd also get access to that smuggling route, and we'd be splitting all the profits from that trade, and the taverns. It'd basically be like a joint ownership. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When I say yes, we want the thing, it's like we want it, but it's not like you're not going to get anything out of it.
He looks at you and goes, when you say equal, you mean 70-30. To us, of course.
Ayo.
50-50, and you get to continue working in Woodhurst after we have control of the spice trade.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh.
Give me an intimidate check. Or is that how you want to do it?
Yeah.
Like, is that a threat? Give me an
I'm threatening that we'll go to someone else.
Oh,
So I crit that.
Oh.
Oh my god!
wow.
Good old Dorhim.
Like, maybe it's like you've been on your best behavior while this guy's been chatting.
Yeah.
All you've done is you interjected with a few facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how exactly are you going about this intimidation? Like,
I imagine I would just be very blunt. It's just we're going to work with you're going to work with us equally, or you're going to not work at all.
like a verbal slap in the face.
Yeah, like we're going to work with someone else.
You crit pass, you can just say, "I'll hit you." Leave it at that.
Yeah, like
Give me
I
a-
imagine he's a dwarf. I could almost stand on a stool and tower over him.
Give me your lunch money.
like he kind of looks and he's like 65-45 and you've got a deal.
50-50.
Like you can probably tell like this is like he is a big shot in the big
Yeah.
force here.
65-45 is pretty good.
It's not it's not a sign of like he's
Look, my
not
main
trying
problem
to
of 65-45
Yeah,
is it's 110% that he's wanting to split here.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah, I was going to say, would it be 55-45?
That's what I meant to say. 55-45
Yeah,
is what I meant.
That's
Thank you.
pretty
Sure.
good.
I mean, it's a hell of a lot of money for us. I think we're okay with
Yeah.
that.
So, like, this gesture is not a gesture of, like, he's not trying to disrespect you. He's trying to just, like,
Be realistic.
like,
Get the
yeah,
best deal out of it.
he needs to make sure that you guys know that he's still kind of the big cheese. He says it with, like, a real smirk. Like, he's like, when you were like, horrible move, like, he was taken aback. It was, like, visual. He was like, whoa. He was about to take a drink and he stops. He was like, he leans forward. He's got like this grin on his face. Like he obviously respects like the gusto of that move.
Yeah.
And he's just like 55-45, and you've got a deal.
That was fast.
It's an ego thing, so.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I guess we'll all look to each other. I'll nod. And if everyone's okay with it, I'll offer a handshake again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for doing that. I wanted to negotiate for like another hour. I was really looking forward to negotiating for another hour, and you're just like, fuck off.
You're just like, not 20.
Do.
Oh, I was looking forward to that, damn it. But yeah, okay. So, he's like, he kind of clicks his fingers to a couple of the guys that were still milling around the room, and they go into a back room, and they come out with like a map of the city, pretty much.
Okay.
And he's like, we are going to sit here, and you are going to tell us the exact plan you have, the information that your girl inside has. If you want my men, you tell us everything.
Okay. Shit.
Remember that,
to be fair, we can tell him that we don't have the information. We just have this.
So remember that you have already hinted that you're very close to the information.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't say we had it.
Mm-hmm. But your plan originally was to go to find a spice den and interrogate people there. But you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
He wants your plan now, and currently there's holes in it. So
yeah. So I guess basically we're gonna so there's two plans. Either we go in through the secret entrance, when we've narrowed down where it is.
He is quiet here. He's writing stuff down on a parchment.
Yeah, and he's waiting for to finish that bit. That's fine. The secret entrance, we've got a few avenues to work on. One, our girl on the inside will be able to find us something, hopefully. The lawyer might know something, or we work on we look around the spice circuit and see if we can preen the information out of somebody else. And for that we have certain methods, and give Dorhim a little smile.
Yeah. So he's like, how likely is it your girl is going to find the place? How likely is it that the girl inside is going to find this passage?
I'll say we certainly trust her.
That's not what I'm asking.
Huh?
That's not what I'm asking.
Oh, let me finish. Jeez. We certainly trust her to get the job done, but like I say, we have other options at the moment.
Yeah,
she's skilled, but we can't account for everything.
Yeah, by that question, he's not trying to he wants to he's thinking maybe that the other two avenues are a little more likely, which is why he was asking that, not so much that.
Oh, okay, I see.
I was trying to GM you out of the hole you dug yourselves.
His aggressive tone of voice makes it really difficult because it always sounds like he's accusing us.
That's the point. He is a crime lord.
He's not a very nice crime lord.
That's one of my favorite quotes you've ever given me, Craig. He's not a very nice crime lord.
I'll basically we have several avenues. There's no reason not to use them.
Yeah.
As soon as we hear anything back from any one of them, then you'll be informed straight away.
Have you got the lawyer?
Huh?
Have you got the lawyer?
Not yet. We're still looking to track him down.
He clicks his fingers and points to a guy, a couple of guys at the table. He's Jack jerks a thumb at the door. And is that one's on us.
I'll just nod to a thank you to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
working the spice trade shouldn't be too hard. We should be able to. It's not difficult to find places where addicts will congregate, and from there we just spend a little time climbing the ladder.
When you say that, he kind of squints his eyes and he goes, "I thought you were the suppliers." Dorhim said that you were suppliers.
Dorhim said we were suppliers.
Oh God, fuck's sake!
Jacques, on all the lies the party has told.
To be fair, I think Tom was focused on his message when Dorhim had said that.
It's been a long day.
I didn't say we were the suppliers. I said we knew the suppliers.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still personally. I thought you knew the suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to work them, you would have already have worked.
We do, but we need to convince some of them to come back. Yeah. They weren't too keen after the captain died.
And it'd be the case that we do know the suppliers, but we still need to find. We're talking about the customers, not the suppliers here. That was what we were discussing in that.
Yeah. remember that like the boat that you guys saw in is not the same smuggling route. They took that like they were taking that through the door in like boxes of cigars and stuff like that. You saw how that part of the smuggling worked. This is a very specific smuggling tunnel that will help deal with the. I just dropped my notepad. Deal from the east,
So specifics.
which is where the trade that you guys want is.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, it was a white lie you told, and now I'm calling you out on it.
Yeah.
No, but I said that I'm saying the other captains because that's still my story and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. So are you chiming in at this point?
Mm-hmm.
That's his part. Of
Kind of looks at you and goes like, "The captains, that means nothing to us. We need the traders from the east."
The east.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get on boats from the east, and then they bring them round. It's a long journey.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "So, what does this have to do with the tunnel?"
The
The tunnel is just for getting it in Woodhurst.
No,
And
the
That's
tunnel.
what we want.
Do you understand how the tunnel works?
Man, there's so many specifics and logistics. It's bullshit. I can't remember anything.
Woodhurst is here. The east is here. The tunnel runs from here to the east. The ships are here. There is no tunnel from
The ships are to the
you
south.
understand?
Stuart. You have a map.
What I'm saying is,
Just
you can walk
so-
around Woodhurst once you've got there. You get to the walls, you walk around to the other side. Then you bring them in.
So you're trying to give me a bluff check to see if you can convince him that you know how this works. Like
I mean, you
he
can't
has
convince the
his
rest of
own.
us.
You know, remember that I previously mentioned he had his own girl inside. He
Oh,
knows
look,
how
I crit again. No problem.
it was a GM roll. You can't see it. I crit failed.
Hi. Oh yes.
Today's the day. Look, crit fails all day.
Like he took a shot. Like he took a shot of the drink at that exact moment. So he kind of wasn't listening to you when you started listing off logistics. He was just like, you catch it in his eyes. Like you see the moment where he was like, I wasn't listening. Shit, I'm a crime boss. I can't do that. And he's just like,
Yeah.
fine point.
Mhm.
He writes down. You work that. We'll work you work that. You go talk to your contacts there. We'll bring you the lawyer. Work him. And then we'll work the rest. How does that sound?
Like a lot of work.
Surprisingly, this sort of thing is. You want to kill one of the biggest bosses in Woodhurst, and you expected it to be easy?
Yeah, the littlest biggest boss.
The littlest biggest boss. Kind of looks at you, he's like, have you seen her?
The
That joke.
The biggest, littlest, biggest boss.
Yeah, the littlest, biggest boss is sitting in front of us.
Oh.
Oh, this is confusing. The biggest,
Yeah.
littlest, biggest boss, the littlest, biggest boss. Oh my god.
Guys, we have to remember, we can try and dig up some other hired
Mhm.
muscle. Like this guy we were looking for. We were looking for this contact mainly not for the goons or anything, but for the information. And I think we've gotten a lot out of him already.
I'm also going to ask Craig's sister if she knows anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think she's seen anything recently.
she's not exactly going to be able to point us the way.
No, but she might know some. She might have some idea of where shady businessmen's came in and out.
Yeah.
Apart from in her.
I mean, we.
No
I mean, we can't really. Yeah, that's why I went. I can't. I don't think we can. We could maybe head back, but it'd be a waste of our rations to go back now just to ask one person some
It wouldn't be.
information.
Remember, if you're staying in it's only rations are only for days of travel. If
Yeah.
you're in, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got time. Plus, like this planning and stuff's going to take a while.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted this to be a planning session.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like we've got our circuits to work.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good when it comes to Santa.
So like when you leave, like Santa leaves first, pretty much once you've finished off all this. Unless you
Yeah.
guys have anything else you want to
Really
discuss.
shake my damn hand.
No.
No!
I don't think there's anything else we should try and get off this guy. If you guys
Jack,
agree,
Jack, give me a diplomacy roll to see if you've impressed him enough to let him shake your hand.
I thought Jacques was pretty impressive.
Nope. I beat. He looks at it, and you see him like you see his arm and his cane twitch a little bit. He just turns and leaves.
He knew what the Astral League was like. I'm not at that level yet.
No,
I can
it's
press-
more
I can
like
press him.
it's more. Maybe he sees like maybe he's kind of realizing that you are taking this. How are you taking the fact that he's not shaking your hand?
Like, I'm not pleased because I want to be a big boy, but at the moment I'm not a big boy.
Yeah, and like, he seems to be he seems to be in this sort of I'm putting you in your place kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
He's like he's obviously shown you guys respect because he like the whole sitting down at the table thing is
Yeah.
pretty big, and you could all recognize that.
Even
But
though
we don't we don't deserve equal respect, though.
Exactly. Like it's like he's like you guys are putting your toes into something deep here, and like I'm on board. But he's sitting there going, "You are still little fish compared to me."
Yeah.
Most of what he's done, like when he said like 70-30, it wasn't an unreasonable thing to ask, but it was not a position of oh, this is what's fair. It's you guys need to be
It's
putting.
what he has to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before he goes, I guess I'll ask what he felt about the situation with Gilraim.
Kind of stops and looks over his shoulder, and he's like, "That man put many of my friends away." And he's like, "Why do you think I'm trusting you so much?" And like he starts limping off. He gives nothing more and goes.
I'll, like my closing remark on that was be like, if I could go back, I'd give him a kick for you too.
Sorry, could you repeat that? My brain kind of turned off.
I said, if I could go back, I'd give him an extra kick for him.
Oh right. You hear like a kind of as he leaves, and that's it.
At least.
Cool.
I like
So,
it.
Wait, hang on a minute. I also looted Gilraim's body.
You did.
Well, I mean, we took the guy and beat the shit out of him and hung him on a flagpole, stripped him and all that. Probably looted his body.
Yeah. What are you asking here?
I'm like, I don't think we wrote down what I got from that.
You won't have got much.
Or what
Like,
we got.
here's the thing. If you wanted to make you guys tried to make a scene, with the whole hanging him in this publicly in the square.
Yeah.
You probably would have kept him in a fair amount of his armor with that. Like,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
and also remember that you roast him in the middle of the night on his ship. Most of his belongings would still have been in his quarters. Sorry.
Right.
But yeah, so the boss, whose name you still don't know, just wandered out.
Also, Gilraim didn't have any quarters, just as a thing.
He had a bunk in one of the group quarters.
Not a quarter though. Just a bunk.
Yeah,
No.
he had a bunk, but his stuff will have been in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next step for all of our? Well, let's take a break, and then we'll come back for the last hour with with the first bit of that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I always like when I say let's take a break, and Chris starts moving his mouse to